Welcome back to EAFC Gameplay Analysis, guys. My name is John. This is Mastering FC. My name is John. I said that. But we're a top 200 player and a professional coach. Let's go ahead and break down my gameplay to help you guys get better. This is our RTG account. We started this account and we got I believe a rank 2 within 5 days. Yeah, we started on a Tuesday. We got rewards from rivals. We got up to like Division 2 with rivals. And now I think we're in Division 1. But we got up to Division 2 with rivals, and then we finished with a rank 2 with underneath a 200,000 coin squad. The Omega Striker was phenomenal for us. And then Matthias as CDM, and then Zanetti were just rocks. And then Alexandro and what's the big English man, the 6'5" English guy. But I think we still have him on this squad. But anyways, we're just going to break this one down real quick. We're getting a couple of chances there. So what we really try to focus on with the RTG, guys, is I'm really trying to actually focus on proper mechanics versus like my tactical analysis. So now that we're in kind of like RTG season where I can play with 2-3 accounts and have a little bit more fun, there you go. I'm really focusing on finding that little tiny mechanic. And this is what I mean by it. So we're in this tight position. 1, 2. There's the rotation. There's the touch. There it is. There's the separation. If he steps this way, all I have to do is step that way. Boom. That's all I'm looking at. Just looking for that space. I see the tackle step. We're going to initiate that space. I'm setting up a dribble space to look like I'm going to tackle that way. I shield slightly, and then he's in a really good spot too, and I still get that Travella position. So tough angle. We were able to finish that one out. Then there it is. Zanetti. There's Matthias. We make an early pass. And initially right away. So you can see how fast I am to respond to that position. With this team, I really have to be really quick on these. As a defender, guys, you get into this position, that's not good. This isn't good. I'm going to tell you right now. This is a dumb movement, guys. I do dumb stuff all the time. But the difference between being a dumb player and being like a good player is just knowing that you're being dumb. Honestly, if you just know why you're being dumb, you can really correct your mistake. So instantly, I recognize how dumb that was. And so if you look where the movement is, player switch instantaneously right here. Player switch right here. I recognize the position. Boom. Look at that. Instantly ready to avoid that tackle position or that defensive position. And I'm able to rotate on both of those, tackle step into that zone. And somehow it's a foul. But that's the type of stuff that happens on the RTG account, right? Off to Holland again, make a bad pass. There's no incisive on him. But that's where Matthias comes in. So initially, really a tough touch here as well. So I'm most likely sprint touching this, and I'm dribbling like this, or I'm dribbling like that. I need to be dribbling that way. I need to be going that way. That's improper touching. But that's why we do this, guys. It helps me and it helps you guys as well. And then if you guys want your own sessions, you guys can always book as well. But these are little tiny details. I really need to focus on that dribble mechanic. There's the edge. Boom. And we seal. Hanko at the left back. I play fullback, I think fullback defend on all of my players right now with this team. Yeah, so that's where that Estevi card. That's the big English guy. The Estevi. I think he's English. I forget. But boom, 1, 2. There it is. There's a turn, wait, and I mag him with that rotation. Boom. There's a wait. There's a space. Now we're gonna attack that space again. Barely make a miss. I'm waiting for that angle, and I get the angle. Do I finish it? I don't. But that's Zanetti off the top, and I'm off. But you can see how fast I can get into that attack position, and I get his entire defense on the rails instantly. It's really hard to get people on me on the rails because I'm seeing the play ahead, but they can usually, when I get scored on, it's like those weird mechanics. So does he stay on side? No, he doesn't. But again, I'm splitting through, barely off, right? Timing is everything, especially on the RTG, because you're not going to get always the friendly rolls. But this team has some pretty good values. So there we go. There's the turn. Patience. We're just trying to get that rotation, just trying to feed it through. So again, we're being very aggressive. I'm having short, I guess, possessions, but we're getting a lot of opportunities. So we're up 2 goals. Let's see here. There's the rotation. There's that double R1 movement. 1, 2. And I'm just trying to use that lob ball pass and just enough to avoid the attack. I do have to say, guys, being able to get out of that is really, honestly, sometimes the difference between an elite player and a Division 1 player is just being able to get out of that space. So if we go back to this, if you guys are struggling with pressure, this is it. You get tackled into these weird spots. Technically, what you should do is, like, go back. You should go back. But sometimes it's a little bit hard to go back, and you want to get this ball through, right? And so I'm trying to get it up there, but it doesn't work. And so then I have to try to win this position. But instead of passing here, I think I turn this way, right? Yeah, well, I try to pass there. But it's the angles in which these positions happen. So, like, I have the right angle to make this. It's just it comes off really late, right? And so if that was like my Conte, I'd probably get that one through because I think his passing is phenomenal. I think he has Tiki Taka as well, which helps. But, like, what I'm saying is to avoid pressure is like pulling these defenders on you and then being able to rotate off of them. This is the difference between elite and in Division 1 right here. Boom. See how he's pressing me? I'm just comfortable on ball, and then I attacks that space. Boom. What did I do? I just took out all three like center mids that he has, and then that gives me the interior position. Simple play. That was all because of Del Piero rotating that circle and just pulling this defender out. Look at this. Look at this defensive line. He's in good structure right now. And now he's pulling that hole out. He's trying to swarm me. There's that step. Instead of passing it right here like most people do or send this run. Now, this run would be pretty good too, Hanko, but you take risk. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can just rotate. I got ping pass plus. I actually send him anyway. And so I just feel I can win that. And so I just rotate that play all the way forward. 1, 2. I still have the outlet. So even if they didn't step there, I would have been able to rotate down to Hanko. But that's the part of the adjustment is that he did step. So I just said, you know what? We'll stay at the front. But always having a second option is really important. People don't, I mean, honestly, seeing that Hanko position go where he was, is the difference. Those are the differences, right? Being able to avoid pressure, sending runs, having more options. But that's how you avoid pressure, is having more options, having more control of the game. So you can see I'm eliminating the interior. He might score here. I don't like this. Boom, we do take that tackle step. There's a rotation. 1, 2, all the way forward. Patience. Wait for the break. There's a creative. And we get there. And again, I miss another one. So it's like, dude, I am so bad at those like one-on-ones where the goalkeeper's like in the lane, because it's like low driven should, like, if the goalkeeper's off the line and then he scores that. If the goalkeeper's off the line, I just feel like the low driven should be like an animation that every player should be able to use. You know what I mean? So he goes over the top here, and then he gets a perfect dribble. Look at that. And I moved the keeper on him. Like, I moved the keeper on that position too. So it's like, dude just sprints at me and then can block it. But, and look at that dribble. Insane speed on that. And then he gets past a block plus player and a moved keeper. So, I mean, that's tough. That's a tough goal to take. He gets like a weird lob ball over the top. Those are rare. But here's the thing, guys. We do get scored on. Like, when I do lose games. I lose a lot of games, right? Especially when I'm practicing, when I'm getting better. Like right now, I'm not a 1200 SR player right now. I'm probably like a 950, 1000 SR, I'd say. If you were to probably rate where I'm at, given like, I guess the end games or like the end of the cycle, you know what I'm trying to say? But basically, that's where my skill level is right now, I'd probably say. I'm up there. I'm at about 1000, but I'm not like a 1200. And the difference between 1000 and 1200, there's a significant difference. A lot of people don't even realize there's a big difference between an 800 and a 900 SR. There's a massive difference between like an 800 SR player and a 900. There's a massive difference. There's a big difference between 1000 and a 1200. And usually it's these tiny details that I'm presenting to you that are super nerdy. There's a lot of maintenance that you have to do mechanically within your lifestyle. You have to be playing a lot of this game. Or other video games. You have to be playing a ton of mechanical games. You have to be playing a lot of mental stuff. You have to be doing a lot of things in your life. It doesn't have to be FIFA, but it has to be a lot of mental stuff like this, where you just rip a play and just mess with him. You see how I push him back here and then allow this run. And then I attack him with two players. And then look at this. Zanetti's going back as a defender. So now I've got the recovery position as well. And then I fake him and root him. So even if I lost the ball, I'm still in a position. So this is a mastery position. This is a mastery attack run. I send the CDM as a decoy, dummy run. I attack with both players. I don't just pass it here. The reason why it's on a tactical board, I can explain this at another time. If you guys want your own coaching session, I do that. But basically, on the idea is that I just get more numbers forward to a degree. But that applies 2-on-1 here. And then if you look at Zanetti, watch Zanetti, as he's going back, I'm going to be taking the risk right here. So if I lost the ball right here, boom, Zanetti's in the rotation, and then I already have my other CDM already back. So then my rotation's beautiful. My counterattack's defended. I'm in an attack position. That's all happening without me even thinking about it because I set it up that way. So since I set up the CDM running from here, so since I set the CDM running from right here, boom, that's what I'm actually prepping. And all I have to do is get one edge from this position or that position. Whichever way he goes down, I go up. That's it. So it's really about, it's not about what I do. It's really about what the opponent does. You can see how he's rotating inward. And so then I'm going to go inside. And then he's going to step down and I just go around. And it's just about being ahead of your opponent. That's like 99% of the time, guys. This game is about it's not about being, you don't necessarily want to be over anticipationary, or you don't want to over anticipate everything like that. I moved the keeper and I was in a keeper position. That's most likely why it missed. But you don't want to anticipate everything, because if you anticipate everything, sometimes that can lead to you getting faked, and then over anticipating is what I call it. But if you're reacting, you're always going to be behind something. It's really about being able to find the balance between reacting and anticipating. And the balance is really understanding where to be and then reacting to the opponent to a degree. So you know exactly what movement you want, and then you just have to know when that movement's going to be confirmed. So like right here, this movement is just this phenomenal here. And you see this little dribble movement. This is Del Piero. This is a 25,000 coin card. Boom, step overs, step, boom, hold the shield, and then rotate, and boom. And so if you guys want to get better at this game, you can just watch all my content, because my content, I'm trying to actually give you the steps instead of telling you what's going to break the game. I'm giving you the steps between speed, awareness, mentality. If you guys want your own coaching sessions where you can get your stuff analyzed privately or as a YouTube video, check my stuff out below, medify.gg, and check out our AI trader. Until next time, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Check out another video. We got more videos, tons of these. So all day long.